Hi everyone. Today we're going to solve an arithmetic series question. What we're going to be asked to do is to take this arithmetic series that's on the board, 4, 11, 18, 25, 32, and so on, and find the sum of the first 17 terms in this series. So first of all, let's just make sure that it's an arithmetic series. As you can see, it starts with the number 4, and then we're going to add the number 7 to get 11. And then we add the same number 7 again to get 18. And we keep adding the same number 7 again to get 25. And again to get 32. Oops. 7. And then we keep doing that over and over again. We start with any number we want. We call that number A, the first term. So A in this case is 4. And then the number that we keep adding over and over again to get the future terms, that's called the D. And D stands for the common difference. And that's where the letter D comes from the letter D in difference. And in this question, the common difference, the number that you keep adding every time, is plus 7. Okay, so first of all, before we continue with this question, some of you may have seen numbers like this, numbers where you add the same number over and over again, and you may have called them sequences or arithmetic sequences, but we're calling this one an arithmetic series. Now, a lot of students get confused. They don't know what the difference between an arithmetic sequence and an arithmetic series is, and they think a lot of people think they're the same thing. They're not. Let me just explain what they are. A sequence is just a set of numbers that you get by adding the same number over and over again. In our example, it's 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 7 is 18, plus 7 more is 25, and 7 more is 32, and so on. A series, on the other hand, is almost the same thing. We start with a number, in this case, let's say 4, and then we keep adding another number over and over again. So 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 7 is 18, and plus 7 more is 25, and plus 7 more is 32, and so on. Now, so far they look the same. It's just a bunch of numbers in a row. The only difference is with sequences, we just look at the numbers and that's about it. With series, we actually take those numbers and we add them together. That's the only difference. Okay? So in a series, you're adding them together. In a sequence, you're not. That's all it is. So now that we're going to try and add the first 17 terms of this series, let's write down what the arithmetic series formula is. I'll write down the formula first. Sn equals n over 2 times 2a plus d bracket n minus 1 close bracket. Close bracket. Let me explain what all the letters in this equation mean. A is the first term. D is the common difference. N is the position of the term. Or in other words, it's the position of the last term that we're adding up. In our example, n would be 17 because we're adding up all the terms from the very first all the way to the 17th term. So let me write that down. The position of the last term that we are adding. And Sn, what we're looking for is the actual sum of the first n terms. If you've never worked with sequences before, we've written some links down in the description below that link to some of the other videos what we've done about arithmetic sequences. You might want to watch those first before doing this video. So now that we know what the formula is, let's just write down what each of the values is. A equals D equals N equals NSN. In this question is 4 because that's the first term. It's right here. D is 7 because that's the number that you keep adding over and over again to get future terms. N is 17 because we're adding up the first 17 terms of this series. And Sn is what we are looking for. Okay? And that's our goal, to find what Sn is. Let me just go on to the next page. I will write the formula out again. And then we will plug the numbers into the formula together. If you remember from the previous page, N is 17. The A number was 4, so we put 4 in brackets. The D number was 7, so I put a D in there. N again was 17, so I plug 17 minus 1. And 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, plus 7. 17 minus 1 is 16. Okay, a lot of people make the mistake by adding 8 and 7 first. No, that's not correct, because we'd be doing that addition before doing the multiplication of the 7 times 16. And 7 times 16 is 112. And 8 plus 112 is 120. And 120 divides into 2 60 times. And 60 times 17 is 1020. 1020. And that is our answer. That is the sum of the first 17 terms of this series. And we got that by figuring out what the A and the D was in our series. They told us how many terms they wanted to add up, and we just plugged the 4, 7, and 17 into A, D, and N in our equation right here, in our formula, and then we solved it, and we found that the sum of the first 17 terms is 1020. Now remember, this formula only works for the terms starting with the first term. So if you plug n into this formula, and let's say n is 10, the formula is going to give you the sum of the first 10 terms. And there you go. That's how we find the sum of an arithmetic series. If you found the explanation in this video helpful, please click the link and subscribe buttons to be notified about future videos. We've also included links in the description below where you can find other videos related to this one, and also to contact us and send us any questions you may have. Thanks for watching. Bye.